How's everyone doing? I hope you're enjoying Taco Tuesdays when I get together with Chuck. I thought that I would do a nice morning remote view. I was going to do it last night and I fell asleep. People are worried about the government shutdown. So I thought we would do the impasse prayer. We would take a look at McCarthy and all of our friends over at Congress and see if we can find out anything. So let's start with the impasse prayer, and we'll just do a quick one today to get you started. All right. Okay. I want to call on white light protection for myself and this community as we ask permission from Spirit to access the Akashic records. We call on our spirit guides and our good angels to be with us. Please give us the clarity and the wisdom that is needed to empower all of us on our journeys to make the best decisions for ourselves, our families, the planet, the people we love, but also to help those that we may have strife with. And together collectively we say, Amen. All right, so the first thing I want to do is I just want to check on the energy of Kevin McCarthy. A lot of people feel that his speakership is very unstable. I always felt that inevitably cannibalism would break out in the Republican Party because the MAGA cult is not sustainable. But let's just look at Kevin first. There's something wrong with Kevin. We are concerned. We're having a circle of concern to discuss our concerns about Kevin. Yes. As we should. Yes, we should. Yes. Stabbed in the back, happening very quickly. I believe, based on these cards, that Kevin McCarthy could be taken out by his own people. Remember what I had said last week, that we would be seeing a division in the Republican Party because there are some Republicans that want to work with Biden. They want to have the Republican Party going back to being the Republican Party. They're tired of MAGA. There are something like 20 people that are supporting the MAGA agenda, but the other 200 want to work with Biden. So we're in a situation now where Kevin McCarthy is on thin ice. A traditional meaning of the Ten of Swords is to be stabbed in the back. It can often denote betrayal. It's to be laid low. It's to be wiped out. Eight of Wands can be a card that indicates swiftness of speed, that things are happening very quickly. It can be also a warring card. Remember, wands often have to do with territory. So you have this warring happening very, very quickly, and it really has to do with issues of territory, power, and control. You can see here the first house is death, which means major transformation is happening in Congress. One of the things that I've noticed as a remote viewer is just how strong the institutions that the Constitution has built are. It's very difficult to dismantle Congress. You can rant and rave, but Congress is here to stay, and the institutions remain strong. However, there's major change here, and there's strength over McCarthy, which could indicate that there are people trying to help him, but the Hanged Man comes in his fourth house. Smooth operator, trying to make everybody happy. It's simply not possible. The sun is coming out over his Archangel Michael is with Kevin McCarthy. That is the Archangel of Truth, trying to heal the situation. See, people are walking out. Right now, it's looking like they could be tied. Looking for solutions. McCarthy is looking for solutions. Oh, he's flying all over the place trying to get agreements from people. See? Travel. There's a lot of travel with McCarthy. He's going to have, if McCarthy is trying to get the Democrats on board. because he's lost MAGA. And so MAGA is going to turn on McCarthy. It's interesting because Marjorie Taylor Greene is very close to McCarthy. So it looks like MAGA is in trouble, and it looks like the Democrats are starting to win. Let me take a look now and see if there's going to be a government shutdown. The scholarship card coming in, the Hermit, would indicate that they're doing everything in their power to make sure that they have a solution. Moving very fast, and also travel again. See, I feel there are new contracts coming in with Biden. And I feel that many this is what happened before. The Republicans want those contracts. You can see here Ace of Swords with the Page of Wands. I think that they're going to get rid of MAGA. Look at this, tough decisions being made. Do you want the money in your state? This could be lobbying constituents, because I'm seeing travel back to states, working with different members of Congress to get them to support the new budget. Wish has been granted. We will get a new budget. And it looks to me like Congress will get a new budget, and that MAGA is not going to be happy with the new budget. Let me see what happens to MAGA, but it looks like we're probably not going to have a government I'll keep looking as we go throughout the days, but right now it's looking like they're going to reach across the aisle to the Democrats, because the Democrats have contracts in their states that they're interested in. That looks like what's most likely going to happen, which means that MAGA is in trouble. I'm just going to check real fast on the future of MAGA in Congress. But it's become increasingly weak, MAGA. Now it's down to only 20 seats, and people want a piece of the Biden pie, right? Now, I had some Republicans saying, oh, dream on, that's never going to happen, Trump 2024. But the bottom line is that that's precisely where the energy is taking us. I think MAGA is folding in on itself. You have the Seven of Cups, which is complete confusion. They're confused about what happened. They thought they were patriots. Instead, their leadership is facing 20-year prison sentences. So this is also attempts to flee. So you have flee like a thief. So you have the people who structured MAGA not only collapsing, but you also have people who may have been supporting or funding MAGA attempting to flee. The money that was holding up MAGA, some of which was coming from evangelical churches. Will they consistently be getting money for the MAGA party? Because Kevin McCarthy raises money for the party. Can he get money that's going to be supporting MAGA? And the end result is no. You have the Queen of Swords, which is to put the past behind us, which means that inevitably they move on from MAGA. One more quick one. I want to look at the future of Marjorie Taylor Greene and Boebert. Boebert is one of those people who's been really in trouble lately, particularly since she got kicked out of a theater for groping and vaping. Let's look at Boebert first, her future, and then after Boebert, we'll look at Marjorie Taylor Greene. But the future of Boebert, we'll do a quick blitz. Good to see everybody. If you haven't had a chance to share, like, or subscribe, it would be really great if you could. It really helps the channel. Thank you. Boebert. things about how to improve her reputation. She's more dealing with the conflict, but she's in a magician mode, so they're not able to get rid of Boebert. There's a lot of content that comes up in these cards that talks about the fact that this is like war cards. She comes back for the fight, the fight in Congress. You can see here, stabbed in the back, Kevin McCarthy, 3 of Cups. I don't think Boebert supports McCarthy as much as Marjorie Taylor Greene does. I'm going to look at Marjorie Taylor Greene's future. But basically, Boebert looks like somebody who's given some basic advice about how to improve her reputation, but nothing else happens to her. Let's look at Marjorie Taylor Greene. You get this unbelievable immaturity with Marjorie Taylor Greene. It's an this is somebody who doesn't have more than a high school education. And she's up against people who have PhDs from Harvard. So she's learning on the job. That's the feeling you get from Marjorie Taylor Greene. Like, she's learning how to write a paper. This is where she's at. She's at the first year community college level of, I wrote a paper and I did exactly what you told me to do. And I wrote a list of all of our demands from MAGA. 8 of Pentacles, pounding away. She was the one that said, these are our demands. We want an investigation into the Biden crime family, right? So she's pounding away at what she thinks she needs to be doing. The 7 of Wands in the 8th house, which is her opposition. Again, 7 of Wands, Wands being the ability to fight for one's territory. There is definitely a kind of fight that started to happen in Congress between the Republicans. I don't think the Democrats have anything to do with this. It's really that you have people that are old school Republicans that have simply tried to work with MAGA, and then they're simply done with it. They're simply done with it. But I don't see MAGA surviving for much longer. The other thing is they keep talking about movement. Like, she heads back to Georgia. The truth of the matter is, what they need these people to do is to motivate rural areas. This is something that Lindsey Graham talked about, that they use Boebert and they use Marjorie Taylor Greene as people who speak to the poor, who speak to those in rural areas, so they are used basically to get out the vote in rural areas. But you can certainly feel when you go into Lindsey Graham's energy that there is a concern that they will not be able to hold the Senate or ever have a Republican in the White House again if you can't get people in rural areas enthusiastic about voting. And they felt like Trump did that for them. All right. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out for this really quick remote viewing and tarot card reading extraordinaire from me. If you're trying to get in for a tarot card reading with me, I do give phone readings to people. The information is below. You just book me through Booksy. Also, if you need to get a pre-recorded quick 25-minute video from me for one question, those are done through Wizio, and that information is also below. Thank you, everyone. Be kind to all. I think I have a medical appointment on Thursday, so I will not be doing the Thursday show. Yes, nothing serious. I just have to do my annual stuff. All right. Be well, everyone, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.